Yeah.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hamjambo. No one among us here can doubt that the MSME sector is the lifeline of our economy. While the formal sector has remained relatively stable over the past 3 decades, providing employment to about 3 million Kenyans, I think now about 3.5, the informal sector has grown in leaps and bounds, now providing livelihoods to more than 17 million Kenyans, including my friend there, Kevin. And the sector today contributes about 40% of our GDP. As government, we recognize the immense potential of MSMEs to generate jobs, provide livelihoods, and sustain our citizens. That is why MSMEs are one of the 5 core pillars of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. It is for this reason that we established the State Department of MSME Development for the first time in our republic. It coordinates efforts and anchors a robust MSME ecosystem to promote growth and development. And I'm very proud of my appointment of Susan Mangeni to be the first PS. She comes with the requisite passion and commitment to this sector. Every other morning I find a message on my phone on what is going on in that sector. And I am forced to read. Sometimes I reply, sometimes I let pass. In our plan, we committed to end the criminalization of work by making trading licenses and the provision of trading spaces an entitlement to every citizen who applies. Today, this commitment has been mainstreamed with county governments working to harmonize licenses and moving towards a single permit regime. It is not perfect, but it is work in progress. Apart from making sure that we decriminalize the space around doing business, especially for micro and small enterprises, we've made it also easier for those who want to register their businesses. It used to be a long process. Today, from the comfort of your phone, you can register your business with just 1,000 shillings. And going forward, we're going to make it even easier for those of you who want to register limited liability companies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also building modern markets through our affordable housing program, fully equipped with cold storage facilities across Kenya, with ICT hubs, and with facilities for trading for micro and small enterprises. Our goal is to construct at least 2 markets in every constituency, providing not only decent trading spaces, but also facilities to reduce wastage, especially of perishable goods. Already, 280 markets are ongoing, some completed, some nearing completion, and I want to commend the State Department for Housing for undertaking this exercise. And of course, the Board of Housing for supporting it. For MSMEs in the manufacturing sector, we are partnering with the county governments to establish county aggregation and industrial parks in every county. These parks will offer shared manufacturing facilities for value addition. By August this year, 13 CAIPs, or county aggregation and industrial parks, will be completed and ready for operationalization. Why are we doing county aggregation and industrial parks? I just listened to a presentation by one businesswoman who said she operates out of Karioko. And she does business with Karioko because in Karioko they have common user facilities to deal with matters leather. Karioko is very far from Bungoma or Kwale or the rest of the places. So what are we doing? To be able to enhance infrastructure available for manufacturers in the MSME sector, and recognizing that micro and small enterprises may not have the money to buy equipment on their own. It becomes necessary for us to build county aggregation industrial parks, equip them with the equipment the MSMEs require, and work with them so that they can use those facilities, common user facilities, to build their businesses and to expand their trade. And therefore, I'm asking those of you who are in this sector to begin to appropriate the space around county aggregation and industrial parks. Those are your spaces. You will use those spaces, you will use the equipment in there. We are going to equip those facilities, but you're going to be the end users and you will be the end managers of those facilities. We are also committed to reviewing our policy and regulatory framework to make it easier to start and run business in Kenya. Today, we have reviewed our MSME policies to support business growth nationally. And I want to thank GIZ for the support they've given us in that space so that we can have what PS is saying, a master plan of the entire space around micro, small, and medium enterprises. The revised MSME policy integrates government priorities, including the value chain approach and cluster development. It now also includes medium enterprises to support the growth of transition from micro to small and medium enterprises, a gap that existed in the 2020 MSME policy. The government's digitization agenda has enabled the onboarding of over 20,000 government services onto the e-citizen platform, creating a true one-stop shop. This has significantly reduced business registration costs, as I said, to 1,000 shillings. This process can be initiated and completed from the comfort of your home, while the integration of e-procurement has made it even easier to do business with government. As I did commit to the country that we are going to transition to e-procurement. All government tenders will now be available to all people who want to participate online from 1st of next month. And every other process in that ecosystem, including who gets evaluated, who eventually wins the tender, for how much, is going to be available on the e-platform so that we avoid government paying for products and services more than what the market, what costs in the market. We committed to unlock access to affordable credit at those at the bottom of the economic pyramid through the Hustler Fund and in partnership with the private sector, banks and telecom companies. We have given opportunities to affordable credit to 26 million Kenyans. To date, the Hustler Fund has disbursed 71 billion and mobilized nearly 5 billion in savings. And why is this important? I know Waziri Oparanya has said we need to repay our loans. But also, apart from repaying our loans, we have given 26 million Kenyans to have a credit history. Even if you don't pay, at least we have a history that you don't pay. It is still good enough, you know, for the next person. That this person normally pays, this other one does not pay. So we have at least brought a credit history to everybody. Of the 26 million people, they now have a credit history, which is a good thing. And you know, the positive thing about a credit history is that you can improve it. You know, you may have not a very good credit history today, but you have an opportunity to repair it. You know, tomorrow you can repair it, and progressively, when you see the need to repair it, you will then discover that it is good to have good behavior in borrowing and lending and repaying. And because now we have, count yourself lucky that you may have run away with 100 or 200 or 500 shillings, but you have an opportunity further down the road, to use that borrowing history to improve on your credit rating. There are those who have not paid. Their benefit is they have a credit history. There are those who are paying. About 7 million of them were now working with the banks. And I was very happy